Hello everyone from Port Washington High School. It's the sectional semifinals. Tonight it's Sheboygan North trying to advance to the finals. They take on the Fond du Lac Cardinals. I'm Stu Hoffensberger, and with me the guru. Good to have you back, Mike Martin. And let's talk about Fond du Lac first of all. In fact, these two schools used to be in the same conference, but Fond du Lac's had a pretty darn good tradition and come in here with a pretty much of a senior team.
Well, they have a new coach this year. He's probably not new, but I remember their old coach. He and I went to college together, Chuck Schutte, and over the years he's really developed a great tradition at Fond du Lac, and this coach is trying to maintain that. This year they were down a little bit from what they've been in the past. They're 15-7 right now, but they're a short team, and they like to shoot a lot of three-pointers. They're a perimeter-based team. That's their style. You know, they don't have a lot of height. I think I saw on the roster their tallest player is only 5'8".
Wow, they're going to have to deal with pressure all night long tonight.
Sheboygan North is very quick, and they're going to be a little bit taller, which should bode well. However, Fond du Lac does have good quickness, too, and what they're going to try to do, that's what they did against Oshkosh North in their victory 52-42, is they come out and pressure, and they'll dribble around them, get in the lane, and as the defense collapses, then they like to kick it out to a three-point shooter. So North is going to have to be aware of that.
North should be the heavy favorite in this game. They're the #1 seed. They're 20 wins, 1 loss, but they're young. They don't have the tournament experience.
Well, they're also ranked #6 in the state, I think, in the final rankings. But you're right. I looked at that roster, and they got 2 seniors. Fond du Lac has a whole slew of them, probably 5 and 6, and you can't discount senior leadership. I mean, North has some really great athletes. They're young players. They've pretty much proven themselves over the course of the year. And you take some of those freshmen and sophomores, you can classify them now as juniors and sophomores. You know, they've grown over the course of their 21 games.
To me, what continues to be amazing is not only are they talented, but they're so young and they go so deep.
Well, we were watching them just do their layup drills. You know, we've seen them play other games in other years, and they are much more talented. They just got a lot of athletic ability, and not to brag, but some of those kids I had in gym class, I mean, back when they're like in 4th and 5th grade, and you could see it back then. You know, there's just a lot of talent out there, and Fond du Lac's going to have their hands full.
You know, there hasn't been a real good tradition over the last 5 to 10 years of them advancing in the tournament, and they started out at home against South, an opponent they're familiar with. So, do you think maybe we might see some jitters in this first half?
Well, I definitely think, you know, they haven't been this far in tournament play in years, and there definitely is going to be a little bit of jitters, but I think once they get through that first quarter, get their sea legs, they'll be fine.
All right, March Madness continues. We'll be right back with the opening tip.
From estate planning, losing sleep over a traffic offense, depressed by the prospect of divorce, feeling anxiety from the purchase of a new home. Finally, there's something that can relieve all of these symptoms. Dillman, Holbrook, Wirtz, Roth, and Basler. Since 1945, our experienced attorneys have been solving these and other legal problems for the people of Sheboygan County. Let their experience provide real relief to your legal problems. Dillman, Holbrook, Wirtz, Roth, and Basler.
Having twins can be a handful.
Buy one, get one free.
So when I decided to go back to school, I needed to find one that fit our lifestyle. Lakeland College was the perfect place. They offer an easy-to-manage schedule and counselors to help me anytime. Evening classes at Lakeland don't tie our life in knots.
Ever consider a double major?
Labs and meth lab waste can be found anywhere. The people who manufacture methamphetamine aren't chemists, and it's a very dangerous process. It's toxic, it's poisonous, it's flammable, it's explosive. What we as citizens can do in our community to stop the flow of methamphetamine is educate ourselves in what's going on, be aware of what's happening in our neighborhoods, and report suspicious activity to the police department.
There is strength in our numbers. Our call is to action, to practice what we preach. Be there to care. Our passion is compassion. We're only human, but together we're humane. Our letters stand for taking a stand, for taking the lead, for filling the need. The American Society for Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. Be part of our heart.
And welcome back to Port Washington High School. Starting lineups being announced. First, Sheboygan North. Susie Runnis in her first year, 20-1 with the Raiders, and she will start. Nicole Getch at wearing number 20, a 5'7" junior. Whitney Hare, jersey number 30, a 5'8" junior. Meredith Forstelling at 5'8", wearing number 34. She's a senior. Player of the Year in the Fox River Valley Conference, number 42, Kayla Tetchlog, a 5'11" freshman. That's right, a freshman. And Genevieve Gerdner, a senior at 5'9", wears number 44. For the Fond du Lac Cardinals of the Fox Valley Association, they're 15-7 on the year as they're coached by Doug Follis, also in his first season. And for the Cardinals, it'll be Katie Dudley, number 11, a 5'8" senior. Sarah Sen wears number 15. She's a 5'8" senior. Another senior, 5'8", Christy Henslin, wears number 20. Beth Gilgenbach, a 5'4" sophomore, is number 23. And Anna Wirtz, a 5'8" sophomore, wears number 34. And Marty, we didn't talk about the crowd and what kind of a factor they might be, but I would say North fans outnumber Cardinal fans by about a 4 or 5 to 1 margin.
There you get a good shot of the north side. And although not completely packed, it's pretty doggone close when you look over at the Fond du Lac side. Not nearly the same situation. Also interesting, Stu, is the bleachers are set probably a good 30 to 40 feet back on each side.
You could almost play 3 games at the same time in
Almost.
this facility. Be a little bit of a short end line, but
well, they do have 3 courts. All you do is close the doors.
I was able to count 106 fans for Fond du Lac, so I'm thinking North over the 500 mark.
Kayla Tetchlog right there.
Tetchlog will jump center for the Raiders and wins the tip over Sarah Sen. So North with the first possession, and we're underway in sectional play. Forsling will go inside to Tetchlog, and she'll bring it back out front. Raiders wearing the blue jerseys, pull up by Hare. Nothing but net. North scores first.
Our officials tonight are Bill DeGroot and Brian Burkhardt. Those gentlemen are both from Oshkosh, and we've seen them before, Stu.
Gilgenbach handling the pressure easily that time for Fond du Lac as they get into their half-court offense. And almost a steal. Tetchlog instead. The pull-up by Wirtz, and she answers with a 3.
Well, we talked about it at the beginning. You know, they like to shoot the 3, and they get a lot of practice at it.
Working against a double team there was Hare, and she was able to handle the pressure.
Well, one thing the officials will do in tournament competition, they usually let them play a little bit more. During the season, officials seem to call a little tighter.
A lot of ball movement from North. Tetchlog out front will look inside. And Getch brings it right back out. And a whistle, and the ball will stay on the north end of the floor.
One thing that
it was off a foot there, Marty.
Right, Fond du Lac defender kicked it, not allowing the entry pass, but Fond du Lac will like the pressure. North is going to have to be able to handle that pressure.
Tetchlog called for a turnover. It was a very patient possession, but unfortunately no shot attempt for the Raiders.
North applying their own pressure.
Gilgenbach bringing it up for the Cardinals. I thought Wirtz was going to take that one.
Yeah, really.
She had 15 to lead the Cardinals in their regional final.
A little bit too quick that time by Sarah Sen. She tried to shoot it before she gathered it in.
Raider ball, 6:14 to play, first quarter just underway. Stu Hoffensberger along with Mike Martin. The winner advances to the sectional final tomorrow night. Forsling out front, just about lost it over the half-court line. Gerdner splits the defenders. Her bank shot rolls off, no good.
Well, that was a nice move.
Here almost with an interception. Wirtz will go cross court. Now Gilgenbach with the ball up front. And Wirtz can't handle the pass. It's out of bounds to North.
I was thinking that was really good defense by North that time, Stu. They were scrambling and were able to prevent any inside penetration or outside shots, and were able to gather back their defensive
assignment and prevent Fond du Lac from scoring.
Raiders tried to beat the pressure with a long pass, but it was a little bit errant, and so Fond du Lac will get it out on the other end of the floor. And numbers for Fond du Lac. Sen hits the bank shot, and Fondy leads 5-2.
A couple of chances too many, and North not able to respond.
Getch pull up 10-foot bank shot, and she answers. Wirtz goes deep to Sen. Now Fond du Lac will set up.
You know, Fond du Lac almost doesn't have a true center, Stu. They play with like three guards and maybe 2 forwards.
Looping pass out to Gilgenbach. From the right side, shot no good by Henslin.
Good pressure by Gerdner and a bad pass by Gerdner.
Raiders just a little bit too up-tempo right now. They've had 2 or 3 of those, little erratic, little bit long passes.
I was just thinking when you said that, anytime you press on defense, it's hard to pull back on offense.
Freshman Laura Hayward into the lineup. Also another freshman, Shelby Churchill, 6-foot freshman. Hayward played her first varsity game in the regional final and led the Raiders with 12.
Talked to Susie Runis about her decision not to start her again, and she said, oh, she hadn't been feeling real good.
Tetchlog with the block.
So her decision was to go back with Nicole Getch. And nice to have those options.
A lot of depth for the Raiders. One of the reasons they're 20 wins and 1 loss. Gilgenbach in the lane. Her shot rolls off no good. Hayward controls for the Raiders. North trying to push it up the floor. And I believe Hayward was hit from behind on the arm.
You're going to get Sarah Sen with that foul.
Is that the first foul of the ball game, Marty?
No, but it's the first whistle where they called one.
And a steal for Wirtz, and she's got a breakaway. And was fouled by Getch. Raiders did a good job of getting back on that.
Well, they hustled back, but the inbounds play was a disaster.
First team foul on the Raiders. Getch first personal foul, obviously. 4:22 to play, first quarter. It's Fond du Lac leading Sheboygan North 5-4.
Quick shot of Susie Runis on the sideline.
And some substitutions for the Cardinals. Rachel Latine into the ball game, number 24. Also 22 is Laura Gazer. Wirtz misses both, and North can't control.
You know, he looked at her foot, didn't call anything, and then when he threw it, when Churchill threw it in, then he blew the whistle.
Must have moved her foot as she was attempting the pass.
You're actually cutting him some slack. I like it, Stu.
It's early. This is Gazer with the headband and the basketball. I think an offensive foul, a blocking foul maybe.
I think positioning.
Hard to see those numbers right there. A hook. Sen, her second.
Get those starters out of the game. She goes out too. Dudley is back in.
Fond du Lac giving North a taste of their own medicine here with some full court pressure.
Danny Jordan bringing it up.
First time we've called her name tonight. Forsling tried to go inside to Tetchlog. Fond du Lac can't control the pass, and so North will get it out.
Did you notice that Gazer tried to call a timeout?
She didn't have the ball in her hands.
Right. Good call. Good no call by the official.
Now apparently they're going to call a tight game, which is not good. Let them play. That's what I say, Marty. Let them play.
I'm a little surprised because they usually let them play during as you move through the tournaments.
Might have to take the headset off here. A couple of rotations. I always threaten that, but you know I never do it. One game maybe, right?
Only once.
And another turnover. North will get it back. Touchlog able to handle a high pass.
Good hands that time by Kayla.
This is Churchill. Hayward, left side, she'll drive the lane, pull up 10-footer, hard off the bracket. Wirtz with the rebound for Fond du Lac.
Good penetration. She actually had a real nice look at the basket, just couldn't get it to go in.
Corner shot doesn't fall, but an offensive rebound for Fond du Lac and a personal foul called. Forsterling tagged with that foul, her first. Katie Dudley shooting free throws.
Wow. It looked like what happened, Stu, was Dudley's defender went out to help on defense, and after the shot was missed, there was nobody around her. She had a pretty easy rebound. But again, the North defense was able to recover and at least prevent her from making an easy basket.
And over the back will be number 24, Rachel Latine. Latine, a 6'1" freshman.
I missed her when I was looking through the roster. I remember I said the tallest kid was 5'8". We actually had a 5'10", and I missed Latine at 6'1".
And a turnover by North. The other Churchill is in the ball game. Dana Churchill, she's a 5'11" freshman. So North with 3 freshmen on the court right now.
Almost a turnover there.
Gilgan Bach out front, tries to get the Fond du Lac offense set up. This is Wirtz. Wirtz sets up for the 3, hit nothing, and a good screen out by Churchill. It'll be North ball.
Speaking of screens, Stu, what Fond du Lac does pretty well is screen off the ball and then run shooters out to the corners, hoping to get open, and then they'll like to throw those cross-court passes.
And a jump ball off of the pressure. Possession arrow favors Fond du Lac, so it goes as a turnover by North. Raiders having a little bit of trouble with this pressure, Marty.
They are, and I think once they get into the flow of the game, they'll become accustomed to the pressure, and hopefully they'll do a better job of handling it.
2.5 minutes to go, first quarter. 5-4 Fond du Lac. Neither team has scored in a while.
Fond du Lac's had some good opportunities.
Gazer with a fading 3-point shot that finds its mark. 8-4 Fond du Lac. North just having problems right now. They're just a little off. Pass just a little too close that time.
One thing that Hayward can do is she can really dribble right through the defense. You know, she's got enough quickness that way. But North has to be able to handle those passes.
What would you have for the foul, Wirtz?
34.
That was Wirtz. Churchill made a strong move and is fouled by Latine, and that's her second personal.
Well, Fond du Lac hasn't made a free throw yet. Let's hope North can get right back in this ball game.
So Shelby Churchill at the line, the taller of the two sisters. She's at 6 feet. And in, out, and in on the first free throw.
In again, out again, Finnegan.
In, out, and in.
A long scoring drought for North broken with that free throw.
We marked that as an IOI in the book, by the way. Gerdner back for North. And In and out on the second free throw, no eye. And a foul over the back.
Yeah, Dana Churchill.
First personal, and that's 4 team fouls on the Raiders. I think Wirtz can be double teamed, Marty. She has a tendency, watch her bring it up, she'll turn her entire body to the basket. You double team there later.
Yeah.
We'll see if it happens later in the game.
We will. Hopefully Susie Runis notices that, or one of the coaches.
Wirtz, 12-footer, in and out.
A good help.
Strong rebound, Getch.
I think that was Gerdner stepped up and got in her face before she could get the shot off.
Gerdner drives, fouled, no call, gets her own rebound, and scores.
Good persistence by Genevieve Gerdner. You're right, she got hammered pretty good, no call, but she stuck with it.
Gerdner had 10 in the regional final.
Whoa.
Gilgenbach just threaded the needle. Wirtz for 3, rolls off the rim and gets another rebound underneath. Trying to get the ball ahead, but called for the travel. Bad angle for that pass.
It was a bad angle, but she was really weaving right through the defenders. You know, maybe she should have hung on to it a little bit longer. She might have had an open layup.
Wirtz gets a breather for Fond du Lac as Gazer returns. 1:09 to play, first quarter. Fond du Lac leading 8-7, but North scored 3 unanswered. Gilgenbach shot partially blocked. Gerdner tracks it down for North.
Hayward will take it.
Numbers favor Fond du Lac. Churchill fouled on the shot. She'll get free throws.
We haven't seen Fond du Lac enough to know how deep they go, but if they don't go more than 7 or 8, they're going to get pretty tired by the end of this game. Gilgenbach.
And Shelby Churchill hits her first free throw, tying the game at 8. As Keisha Carey reports into the lineup for Fond du Lac.
No relation to Harry, although spelt the same.
And both free throws that time for Shelby. She has 3, and the Raiders have the lead. The first time since the opening hoop. Under a minute to play. Carey, right side, baseline, pulls up. From outside, Gazer, no good. Carey with the rebound for Fond du Lac. She'll take the 15-footer. That's short. Gerdner with the rebound for North. Tried to get it ahead to Hayward, and it was knocked out of bounds by Beth Gilgenbach of Fond du Lac.
That was good defense by Gilgenbach. She was really hustling on that. And a good look by Gerdner.
29 seconds left, first quarter. Gerdner tried to drive, knocked away Gilgenbach, and she picks up the loose ball.
Another good defensive play.
Carey will drive the right side, charged, don't call. Getch comes up with it for North. 17 seconds to play. Bounce pass inside, Hayward. Oh, shot wouldn't go. Hayward saves. Fond du Lac comes up with the ball. Partially deflected by North, and that saved a layup, and then the shot blocked. And out of bounds to North.
Wow, I actually thought she got fouled. I thought Churchill got her on the hand.
I think they're going to correct this.
She may not have hit the ball, Stu, but she definitely hit something. It might have been her arm.
And it will be Fond du Lac ball, and I think that is the right call.
Good officiating by those two that time. Consulting.
Look for Wirtz to get this last shot here. She's checking into the lineup, number 34.
Well,
for Fond du Lac.
I think North is gonna, oh, they're in a man-to-man.
Deep pass. Gazer short at the buzzer. So Sheboygan North scores the last 5 points of the first quarter, and they lead after 1, 9-8.
Come on through.
Through the NFL and the United Way, Will Shields of the Kansas City Chiefs volunteers at a kids camp.
I teach them physical dexterity, motor skills.
We play tag.
Will Shields knows what matters.
Practice social skills, group interaction.
He's good at seeking, but he stinks at hiding.
I love kids.
You don't have to be Will Shields to make a difference in your community.
Look, there he is. Over here. We always catch him.
And there you see some of the Sheboygan North fans.
Todd Tudis, his daughter Beth plays on the team, or Ashley, pardon me.
See the Raiders. They see the Raiders with a 1-point lead as we start the second quarter, and the opening possession will go to North. Gardner goes inside to Hayward, takes it right to the hoop and scores.
That was a nice play. She really worked hard to get that shot off and put it up and in.
Wirt set up from the right corner for three, in and out. And there's Getch again, another rebound inside.
Getch, a very athletic player.
Hayward for three. Is she feeling it? That went off the back bracket. Long rebound, Tetchlock. 10-foot putback. She was hit on the arm and missed a shot. Works quickly ahead for Fond du Lac. Gilgenbach may have walked. Crowd reacts to it. Gazer shot. No good. Long rebound to Fond du Lac. And Fond du Lac will reset.
Well, surprise.
Tetchlock. Touch the pass, and it bounces off Wirtz, and it's North ball.
Tomei, number 14, got the ball inside in good post position, a good feed, and didn't even look to the basket, threw it right back out.
Tomei, number 14, first time in the ball game for Fond du Lac as Hayward brings it up for the Raiders. Churchill inside to Gardner. Gardner, nice move inside. Raiders lead by 5.
That time Gilgenbach didn't get the ball knocked away. Gardner doing a better job of protecting.
Gilgenbach to an open Wirtz for a 10-footer. That shot no good. Churchill was pushed from behind.
I saw that too.
Poetic justice as the Raiders get the ball out of bounds.
Just a little nudge under the back is all it takes, you know, when you're jumping up in the air like that.
And Churchill's pass was knocked away. Fond du Lac ball. Henslin will bring it up for the Cardinals and now give us away to Gilgenbach. 13-8, North leading Fond du Lac. Stu Hoffensberger here along with Mike Martin. Second quarter action from Port Washington High School.
Susie Runis wanting 5-second call, but I don't think there was enough, there was too much of a gap.
And a travel. Laura Gazer shuffled her feet, and it'll be North ball.
Gazer's a dangerous player, Stu. You know, she didn't start the game, but she's a threat. She's not afraid to shoot the three. She can put them in.
Tetchlock on the dribble for North. Tries the left baseline, will kick it out. Hare from 15. Her shot wide of the mark.
Well, Gilgenbach yelling at her teammates to get down the floor. I want to throw it to you.
Ooh, Henslin
kisses it off.
Bank.
Yeah, kisses it off the glass.
First points for Henslin, and it's 13-10.
Well, I'm not sure what happened there. If Tetchlock thought that the pass was to Hare or not, but either, no matter what the case, Getch's pass goes out of bounds.
Raiders lead by 3, Cardinal basketball. Wirtz off the pick. Henslin on the drive, bounce pass, and another missed shot by Wirtz. Gardner with the rebound for the Raiders. Hayward, nice crossover move, shot blocked out of bounds. It'll stay on the north end of the court.
That's one of the reasons she was brought up, Stu, is that her quickness with the dribble.
Pass inside to Harris. She'll kick it back out to Hayward. Hare, shot blocked, Tetschlag once, twice, no good. Fond du Lac's Wirtz controls.
Well, she worked real hard to get inside position for the rebound, but then couldn't get the basket.
Henson will bring it out front for the Cardinals. And a steal. Where is the contact foul there? No call. And North keeps the ball. Hare will kick it out. Hayward, a look from three. Got it.
Very nice offense that time by the Raiders.
Good composure. 16-10. North, their largest lead of the night.
You know, it doesn't make any sense, Stu, to be pressuring her that far away from the basket because she's a Gilgenbach that is very quick and get around you, and all of a sudden they Fond du Lac would have numbers.
Forsling back in the lineup for the Raiders. Wirtz, right corner, shot hard off the rim, and Forsling with the rebound. Fond du Lac's been ice cold, especially Wirtz. Another bad pass.
Gilgenbach with another steal.
Gazer got the bounce that time.
A good press break by North, and then they lose it.
Getch dribbled it off a defender's foot, and so Fond du Lac with a chance to cut into that 4-point lead. Wirtz pull up, 12-footer, she got it.
She has 5 points now.
She scored the opening bucket for Fond du Lac early, and that's her first bucket since. Hare on the drive is fouled. Henslin's first personal foul. Free throws could be big in this game tonight, and right now the Raiders look like they've done a pretty good job of shooting free throws, and you knew that was going to happen, didn't you?
Well, 3 out of 5 so far. Hare's first trip, Churchill had the other 4, and she made 1 out of 2 her first trip and then hit 2 out of 2. 4 out of 6 isn't too bad.
That one in and out as well. Inside position, Gerdner, shot rolls off. Another offensive board, that doesn't go. And Fond du Lac finally controls Quackenboss with the rebound.
Well, North has got to get those money shots in.
Gilgenbach with the basket and a timeout for Sheboygan North. We'll take a timeout, 2:57 left in the half. We're tied at 16. See the North huddle and some North fans happy to be on camera.
Robin Wright, the glasses.
Couple South High Red Wing sweatshirts in here, Sheboygan, supporting Sheboygan basketball.
That was always my takes too. If you know, if we weren't in it, Sheboygan North, when I was in high school, I was rooted for the South Side and knew a lot of those guys, and was actually friends with some of them.
Sheboygan North, the #1 seed in this bracket. Their lone victory so far in tournament play, a 51-31 win over Sheboygan South. Fond du Lac has won 2 games as the #2 seed to get here. They knocked off West Bend East 52-37 and then beat West Bend West 52-42. Raider basketball, high score at 16. Forsterling, now Tetschlag.
North working the perimeter.
Get it inside to Hare. Her shot off the bracket, no good. Controlled by Fond du Lac. Wirtz tracks down the long pass and gives the Cardinals a lead.
Again, Gilgenbach playing a part in that play with a nice long lead feed.
7 points for Wirtz.
Hare's got to get more separation from Tetschlag to make that entry pass.
Another takeaway by the Cardinals. Henslin back to Gilgenbach. Under 2 minutes to go in the first half. And a foul called underneath the hoop. I think Forsterling?
Yep.
Second foul on Meredith.
It was an off the ball foul.
Dana Churchill will return for North. And another missed free throw for Fond du Lac.
0 for 5 so far in the first half, Stu. Let's hope that continues.
Jordan with the ball, right side. Churchill will try the baseline. Turn and falls. Picked up by Tetschlag. And she scores inside, tying the game at 18.
I'll tell you, Fond du Lac really plays a swarming defense. Once that ball goes into the post, there's at least 2, if not 3 players on that ball.
This is Seidel with the ball for Fond du Lac. Wirtz, wide open, right corner. Got that one.
And that's that penetrating pitch that we talked about in the opening. You know, they'll draw the defense in and then dish it out.
21-18 Fond du Lac. 1 minute to play in the first half. 3-second call. Nope, travel call. A little bit late on that call.
Well, he called it right away.
Well, he may have in his mind, but the whistle blew after the ball was out here. Unless you're seeing a different game than I am.
Well, I thought he called it right away.
My ears must just be quicker, Marty. Wide open, Quackenboss can't convert. And a foul on Wirtz.
Well, it's only her second. But again, you know, if we had to pick a star of the game so far, Stu, would definitely be Beth Gilgenbach. I mean, she's been operating on defense, making a lot of interceptions, and really running the offense.
Thought they were supposed to wait till the first free throw.
I think it's a 1-and-1, that's why.
Dana Churchill converts. Their first point.
Well, lack of free throws by Fond du Lac has really hurt their chances so far tonight, and the made free throws by North have really helped them.
2-for-2 trip for Dana Churchill, and North within 1 at 21-20. 46 seconds to go. Gazer out front, guarded by Tetschlag. Closely guarded call.
Yeah, Tetschlag really hounded her. That's what you got to do.
And North with a chance to take back the lead before the half. Shelby Churchill will inbound for the Raiders. To Dana. Jordan out front, tries to go inside. Tetschlag fouled from behind. Second personal on Henslin.
Henslin's been playing pretty good post defense overall, Stu. And that time she got caught behind. Good maneuver by Kayla to get her on her back.
Carey will return, replacing Henslin. 4 Cardinals with 2 fouls.
And only Forsterling for North with 2.
Tetschlag, bonus attempt. Hard off the bracket. And a violation against Fond du Lac, so another free throw coming for Tetschlag.
Well, she makes this one, Stu. She's going to get another one. A little more arch, KT.
And that one rolls in.
Well, I don't know if she had a little more arch, but she got a friendly bounce.
And it'll be another free throw attempt. That free throw tied the score at 21. And that one gives North the lead. Tetschlag with 4 points in the half. Raiders still with their full court pressures. We're under 30 seconds. Fond du Lac going to be content to get one here. Seidel out front. Gazer, pass, stolen. 7 seconds to go. Hayward will push it up the court. Her pass ahead, Tetschlag. And a shot before the buzzer, no good. It would have counted had it gone. Danny Jordan can't convert, but Sheboygan North will take a 1-point lead to the locker room over Fond du Lac.
Imagine if everybody could live in peace. Imagine if people helped each other. Imagine if there were no bombs. I hope someday you'll join us. Imagine if there was human rights for everyone. Imagine.
Exercise your emotions. Attend a live orchestra concert. Go to findaconcert.com.
How much do I need to save for her education?
How much credit card debt is too much?
No matter who you are, making informed decisions about what to do with your money will help build a more stable financial future for you and your family.
Take charge of your financial future. Visit our website at federalreserveeducation.org or call us toll-free. There's a lot to learn about money.
And we're at halftime at Port Washington High School. The sectional semifinals in Sheboygan North leading at halftime 22-21. And Marty, I don't think North really ever got into a flow until maybe late in the
first
second quarter.
Yeah, no, I didn't think so either. I thought, I mentioned this during the first quarter, when you're pressing a lot, you know, you create an up-tempo game, and if you're pressing on defense, you're going to push the ball up on offense normally, and that's where North has had their problems. They've had quite a few turnovers in the first half.
2 players for Fond du Lac, their 2 youngest starters, really did some damage in the first half.
Gilgenbach's been really a menace on defense, and she pushes the ball and passes the ball well and penetrates well on offense and kicked it out to her other young star, Anna Wirtz. Wirtz leading Fond du Lac with 10 points.
Wirtz with 10, as Marty mentioned. Laura Gazer 5, and then a pair of baskets by Henslin, Gilgenbach, and Sen account for the 21 Fond du Lac Cardinal points. North had 7 players score. Laura Hayward leading with 5. Kayla Tetschlag and Genevieve Gerdner each had 4. The Churchill sisters, Shelby with 3, Dana with 2, Whitney Hare with a basket, and Nicole Getch with 2. Adds up to 22 for North, and they lead by 1 at halftime.
One of the things that I'd like to see North do is get a little better spacing on offense. By that I mean, if you're a perimeter player looking to pass the ball inside, get it outside the 3-point line, force your defender to come out and guard you, and that creates a little distance between the post player, and maybe you can dump it inside. A few times in that first half, there wasn't much spacing, and they weren't able to get the ball inside.
Free throws become all important at tournament time. North 7 for 10 in the first half. Fond du Lac missed on all 5 attempts. The Cardinals in white have the ball to start the second half, and Hare almost with a steal for North.
Real good off-the-ball defense by Genevieve Gerdner. Gilgenbach wanted to throw it over to Sen, but Gerdner stepped out, and all of a sudden Gilgenbach had to turn around and go back the other way, and that's when the turnover occurred.
Well, the referees had a little bit of a consultation. Apparently Fond du Lac touched it last, and so it's North basketball at half court. It'll be Getch bringing it into the attack zone for the Raiders.
Fond du Lac in a zone defense, a 2-3.
Hare out front, swings it over to Getch. She goes cross court. Hare, nice catch. 10-footer, no good. One shot for the Raiders as Sen rebounds for Fond du Lac. They'll try to push it up the floor. This is Wirtz, right side.
Fond du Lac going to a zone, Stu tells me they want North to beat them from the outside.
Sen fouled on the shot. She'll get 2 free throws.
I think that's going to be Forsterling's third. We get a good shot of Meredith.
You are right, that is her third personal foul. Just underway, second half. Stu Hoffensperger along with the guru, Mike Martin. The winner advances to the sectional finals tomorrow night in West Bend. And Fond du Lac has hit a free throw in this ball game, tying the score at 22. And Sen hits both. She has 4, and Fond du Lac back in front, 23-22.
Fondi definitely in a 2-3 zone. Gilgenbach with a steal.
Wirtz with the ball. Led all scorers with 10 in the first half. Just inside the arc and draws nothing, and it'll be North basketball.
Her second air ball. She had one in the first half too.
There's Brian Andrews making the play of the game as he rolls the ball back off the stage. He can do it all.
Geez, I think the referee was yelling at him after he did that. Maybe not.
We'll have to find out later.
Yeah, really.
North patient on offense. Gerdner slips to the fence and hits the bank shot.
That was a dandy. You can tell, Stu, North doesn't look like they're real comfortable shooting the ball from out. You know, they always look to penetrate and get it down deep.
Raiders back in front. Wirtz will kick it back out to Gilgenbach. She's double teamed. Left baseline. Gilgenbach, 17-footer. Banked it in. Didn't call it, but gets the points.
I think we're going to have to take those 2 away. You got to call that.
4 points for Gilgenbach. Fondi back in front. It's now a seesaw game. Churchill, nice pass inside Getch. Her shot no good. Sen with the rebound for Fond du Lac.
Getch with a nice weak side cut to get open in the lane.
Gilgenbach traveled, no call. Little 10-footer by Dudley.
Well, Dudley's first points of the game. Fondi up 3.
Hare tried to answer. Churchill fouled, no call.
She got bumped out. Boy, you could see it from our angle quite well. On the rebound, no call, like you said, Stu, and then North gets tagged with 1.
Gerdner's first personal foul. 5:25 to go in the third quarter. Fond du Lac by 3. Tetschlag on Wirtz. Hayward back in the lineup for the Raiders. Gilgenbach will drive the lane, split the defense, and scores.
She's got 4 points this half, 6 for the game, and now she's becoming a force on offense.
Largest lead of the night, and Sen with a steal of a North pass. And Fondi with 5 points and looking to grow that lead. Wirtz kicks it back out. Henslin goes inside. Wirtz will drive, pull up, 12-footer, banks it in.
Fond du Lac, a great possession on offense at times too. They really work the ball around well.
North will take a 30-second timeout as the Cardinals have run off 8 straight.
That was probably the best offensive possession of the game, this last one right here, where they just worked the ball around and finally got North in a weak position. They wound up getting the ball inside.
Wirtz, that was her 12th point of the night. She leads all scores.
North is going to have to solve that zone, Stu. Fond du Lac's just going to sit in that until North can find an answer, and right now they don't have one.
Hayward bringing the ball up for North. Raiders have done a lot of perimeter passing. Churchill had it stripped.
Turned right into the teeth of the defense, that being Sarah Sen.
Gilgenbach kicks it out. Wirtz wide open. Left corner. In and out. Gerdner with the rebound for North.
And North caught a break there. She had a long look at the basket and just couldn't get it to go.
And a foul called.
Yeah, that's going to go on Wirtz. That'll be your third.
That could be a big foul. And Wirtz will take a seat on the bench with 3:53 to go in the third quarter. Gerdner, 12-footer, in and out.
North can't catch a break.
Henslin with the rebound for Fond du Lac. Gerdner has the only North points in the second half.
And that one, she split the defense, really put up a circus shot and got it to go.
Henslin guarded by Dana Churchill. Seidel out front will take the three. Sort of a knuckleball, didn't touch anything. No rotation on that ball.
None whatsoever. Did you ever try and do that?
It's hard to do.
It is. Eric Lilliquist taking the time out from his radio broadcast to get that ball.
Gerdner, right corner.
Well, other than Hayward's three-pointer, finally get an outside shot. Churchill not able to get it to go, though.
Gerdner tried to keep it alive, but it'll be Fond du Lac ball.
I was just going to comment, Stu, I haven't noticed any real shooters out there for North, at least outside shooters.
Rachel Latine comes back in for Fond du Lac. 6'1" freshman. A lot of tall young players on this court tonight. Henslin, 15-footer. In and out. Gerdner with another rebound.
Left-hander couldn't get it to go.
Churchill, that shot's wide of the mark. And Fond du Lac can't hold on to the rebound. Another North break.
Let's see if they can capitalize on it. They've really had trouble getting the ball in a basket with only one.
They've gone almost 5 minutes without a score. Gerdner, that shot blocked by Latine. Gilgenbach drives through the defense, taking away touch lock. And knocked out of bounds by Fond du Lac. 2:20 to play in the quarter.
Well, Gilgenbach threw it away on this end, but was Johnny on the spot to knock it away on the other end. Great hustle.
Hayward, 4-3, no good. Long rebound control by Fond du Lac. That was Seidel. Almost a takeaway by the Raiders.
Look out.
Fond du Lac had numbers.
Yeah, should have taken advantage at Henslin playing pretty conservative.
And a foul called on Gerdner. Second foul. It's been all Fond du Lac here in the third quarter. Although neither team has done much in the last 2 minutes.
Well, that's correct. I think that zone defense has really befuddled North. They just haven't been able to find an answer for it. And Fond du Lac, with their quickness too, is able to recover on the airtime passing from player to player.
Churchill's pass the ball to each other. Now Gerdner. Etchlog out front. Gerdner trying to work inside. Her shot no good. Latine and a jump ball.
Well, Latine's a skinny young lady and not very strong. Gerdner definitely has the advantage there and was able to tie her up.
Possession arrow favored North. Churchill for three, no good. Remains a 7-point game as Katie Dudley comes back for Fond du Lac. Danny Jordan will come in for North.
Gerdner's been the offense this quarter with a basket.
.120 to go in the third quarter. Lob pass into Latine. She can't handle it. Churchill ahead to Hayward. Jordan for three, and another badly missed shot by the Raiders, who are very frustrated by this Fond du Lac defense. Gilgenbach gives up the dribble underneath her own basket. Fortunate to get it up the court. Latine open underneath, but Churchill gets back to steal it for the Raiders. Good hustle by Dana Churchill. Hayward driving right side. 10-footer was blocked by Latine.
It's 2 blocks in the quarter for her.
Can't teach size. This wasn't that the old quote?
Well, that's for sure.
And Fond du Lac is going to take a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here.
You got to imagine that they're going to run the clock out, Stu.
North called a timeout with 3:54 to go in the quarter. No one has scored since then.
It's been a drought, that's for sure.
37.7 seconds left.
Fond du Lac doesn't mind that so much because they have the 7-point lead. And points have been very precious.
My buddy Unty up there.
Yeah.
Paul Unterfinger in the crowd tonight. We'll see if he watches the replay. I expect a phone call if he did. Or he'll have to wait till Thursday because I'm going to be going south of the border, my friend, and I'm not talking Taco Bell.
Don't get Montezuma's revenge.
I will not drink the water. Fond du Lac ball, 35 seconds. Wirtz back in the lineup for the Cardinals.
Oh, there's a case too, Stu. She was out of the game for quite a few minutes, and North not able to make a dent.
Under 20 now. Fondy will look for that last shot. Seidel. Under 10. Looks for Wirtz to get it in the corner. No. Bank shot. Offensive board. Foul. And a score.
Oh, man.
Katie Dudley, that's 2 big hoops in this quarter, and a chance for the 3-point play with 2.2 seconds to go.
Laura Hayward picked up the fouls, Stu. Boy, oh boy.
I'd like to see that one again. Wonder if Carey can rack that baby up.
We'll find out. He's scrambling. He may not have that replay machine on.
Dudley hit the free throw as well. 3-point play the hard way. North, Tetchlog at the buzzer. Wouldn't have counted. And so Fond du Lac scores 11 unanswered points to end the third quarter. They lead by 10, 34-24.
So many kids' activities today seem to leave out the activity part. New research tells us that just getting children to walk an extra 35 minutes a day could spare them the pain of thinning bones later in life. Encourage your kids to get up, get out, and get moving.
Hello. Hey, Grandma, how about another grape soda?
For more advice on how kids can build strong bones, visit aaos.org, a public service message from the American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons.
This is your nest egg. This is your nest egg when trouble strikes. There is no insurance against investment fraud. There is no insurance if you lose money in the stock market. But there is help if your broker goes out of business. One organization helps you get your securities investments back. The Securities Investor Protection Corporation. It's your nest egg. Protect it.
Welcome back to Port Washington High School and a worried Sheboygan North crowd. Their Raiders trailing by 10 as we go to the fourth quarter. North's been unable to solve the Fond du Lac defense, and as a result, they are looking at an uphill battle.
It's more than uphill. You know, Fond du Lac played man-to-man defense the entire first half and went to that zone and just threw North for a loop. 2 points in the third quarter. That's got to be a low.
Can't get much lower.
Oh boy.
Fond du Lac with the opening possession of the final quarter. North's going to have to step it up a notch if their tournament hopes will continue. And a takeaway for the Raiders. Churchill with the steal. And a blocking foul will go against Henslin, her third.
Only the first foul, second foul on Fond du Lac this half. Fondy continues in that 2-3 zone.
Tetschlock. And she nails the shot, ending the North rout. They're within 8. 6 points for Tetschlock. 34-26. Fond du Lac leads. They have the basketball. Henslin right side. Fond du Lac's not going to be in a hurry with an 8-point lead.
Definitely not. They'll try to get that penetration and then dish it off.
Henslin tried to go inside. Churchill with the steal. Gilgenbach almost took it back. Getch on the drive. Leaves for Hare. Shot no good. Long rebound to North. Churchill on the drive. A foul.
North is going to get it out of bounds.
Seidel called for the personal. Already seen some good signs here, Marty, though. They've been a lot more aggressive just in this first couple of minutes, and we've seen them, I think, all night long.
On Tetchlaw's basket, one thing they did that was real nice is they got the ball inside and went through the post for the basket.
Hayward.
Now it's a matter of hitting some shots.
Tetschlock will try to drive. Lost the ball. And Gilgenbach got a hand on the basketball. North keeps it with the possession arrow. 6:29 to play. Fond du Lac 34, North 26.
Doesn't matter if they're in a man-to-man or a zone. They still get a lot of people around the post, especially when they have the ball. That should leave players open on the perimeter. Fosterling at inside position, but they didn't get her the ball.
Hayward, now Tetschlock, right corner. Forsling.
That was a bad shot.
And was touched by Fond du Lac, so North keeps the ball.
Spacing that time was pretty good. They just didn't get it inside.
Hayward for three. No good. Inside, Hare scores.
Good rebound by Whitney Hare. She's a good jumper, and she jumped and got that rebound and put it right back up and in. North has had trouble with that.
4 points for Whitney.
Oh, there's a travel not called. She dragged her pivot foot.
Gilgenbach out front, 5:40 to play. Raiders within 6. Ball almost deflected. Wirtz in the corner, guarded by Churchill. Ball inside, kick back out to Wirtz. She pushes off, no call. And a score and a foul, and it's Dudley again.
Boy, Dudley looking for another 3-point play. You know, it looked like Fond du Lac was just that far away, Stu, from turning the ball over, and they didn't, and wind up getting a 3-point attempt.
Sheboygan North will call timeout. Trailing by 8, we'll be back after this.
Not that I have much time with these little guys and my job, but when my wife went back to school, I thought, why can't I? Certain things in life demand my attention, but a new career in computer science deserves my attention. An evening class at Lakeland doesn't tie my life in knots, thanks to a flexible, easy-to-manage schedule that allows me to balance work, school, and the twins. Evening classes that meet once a week, that's the easy part.
Seeing a look at the Sheboygan North huddle as the Raiders are trying to find an answer here, trailing by 8. The winner will advance to the sectional finals tomorrow night, playing the winner of the Oshkosh West Hortonville game. That's being played at Hortonville tonight.
Oshkosh West was state tournament champs last year.
They're the #1 seed in that part of the bracket. The game will be played at West Bend on Saturday night.
Well, Dudley goes to the line, Stu. She's got 7 points so far, all in the second half. Missed 2 free throw attempts in the first quarter, but nailed one in the third.
Misses this one, long rebound, and Dudley gets her own miss.
Oh boy.
Fond du Lac with an 8-point lead in the ball.
Wirtz likes to do a little push-off with that off arm, just like you used to do, Stu.
Never pushed off. Ball knocked away, and North controls. That was Tetschlag with making the play. Tried the bounce pass into Forsling, though, and give it away. And then that was Dudley with another steal. Sarah Sen, guarded by Gerdner. And Gilgenbach will bring it back out. No.
Yes.
No. Guarded by Hayward. 4:35 to play. Pass inside and a foul on Gerdner.
Genevieve trying to tip that ball away, but went through the Fond du Lac player, committing a foul.
That'll be the 3rd foul on Genevieve.
Only the 5th. Well, they got 6 up there. I got 5 on my sheet. Just a missed one.
Wirtz off of the inbound pass, missed. North with a chance to cut into the lead. This is her. Pull up, 12-footer, got it.
Boy, she looks smooth on that, Stu.
6 points. 36-30 Fond du Lac, 4:12 to play.
North has had a lot of misfortune in this ball game. It's time for that to turn around.
Tell you, one tired young lady after this game has got to be Gilgenbach. She has been full blast for 4 quarters.
I was going to say, I don't remember her going out at all either.
Tetschlag knocked it away, and Fond du Lac's going to call a timeout.
Hot and heavy. I think you have to have possession for the timeout, don't you? Apparently she did.
And it's a 30-second timeout. North almost with a key takeaway there.
Yeah, it was good defense by Tetschlag, just not quite able to get it soon enough. But you know, maybe I'm crying too much, but I just think there are some things that went on that North just didn't catch many breaks, and you can get some of that turned around and make a shot or two and maybe grab the lead right back.
Well, it's still going to come down to some free throws as well, and Fond du Lac is still not showing me that they're a real confident team on the line. Don't foul send.
Well,
I would keep Wirtz off the line probably too, but you're starting to get into that area where you might have to start wondering who you're going to put on the line. 3:48 to play.
Almost going off a Fond du Lac player. North tipped it out of bounds, of course. Next foul will send Fond du Lac to the line for the 1-and-1, as long as it's not a shooting foul.
Almost knocked away again. Hayward kicked it out of bounds. It's a two-possession game. 36-30, Fond du Lac, and a steal by Gardner.
Patience.
Forsterling will go up front now inside. Hayward lost it off her foot, got it back. Foul or jump ball?
I think they're going to get a foul on Fond du Lac's Laura Gazer. Going over the top to try and get the ball.
I thought Fondy got robbed on that call. 3:33 to go, but that's all right. North has the ball. Forsterling inside. Gardner at the free throw line. Shot no good. And Dudley again.
But Dudley's made a mark here in the second half with her play.
Wirtz turns, 15-footer. Nailed it. 14 for Wirtz. The lead back to 8. And Hayward travels.
Well, Wirtz had that scoped out anyway, Stu. If she hadn't have traveled, Wirtz would have intercepted, and it would have been Fond du Lac coming back this way.
3:07 to play.
That last North possession, one thing they did well was get it in the post and then kick it out for the jump shot. So Gardner wasn't able to put it down.
Ashley Tudis in the game. She got a hand on that Fond du Lac pass, knocking it out of bounds. Time running out on the season for one of these two teams. Only one can advance. It's a lot of time, and a timeout called by Fond du Lac.
Just in time, too. That referee had to be at 4.5.
Thought you couldn't give him the time if you're at 4.5.
You know, as long as you don't get the 5.
I believe we're at a 30 here because the teams aren't sitting down, so we're keeping it right here. 3:03 to go. Some worried North fans. Raiders in a difficult spot. They're down 8.
Very difficult.
Only scored 8 points in the entire second half.
That's simply amazing. I mean, there's Coach Tom Desautels. You know, you're going to get thrown off a little bit when teams change defenses, but usually you become acclimated and you start to run your offense. You become comfortable with that. And North, except for 1 or 2 times, just has not gotten comfortable working against this zone defense.
Mentioned Tom Desautels. The Raiders are in action tomorrow afternoon, and Marty, you're going to be doing that game with Chris Wright as Sheboygan North will be taking on.
They'll be taking on Sheboygan South for the 3rd time this year, and another special is going to happen during that game. We're going to give the answer to who the 4th 20-game winner was from the 1971 Baltimore Orioles.
You better give me some credit for that.
Well, I knew that before coming in. I was testing you.
Sheboygan South was a winner in boys action, 87-62 on Tuesday as we get the inbounds. Fond du Lac throws it away, and it'll be North basketball. So a break for the Raiders.
Actually, a well-conceived play. If they connect on the pass, Wirtz has an easy 2 shots. Easy 2 points.
And of course, Marty, it'll be double duty tomorrow for you if the Raiders are to come back here tonight and be in the sectional finals. You'll be in West Bend tomorrow night for that one as well.
We're planning on it, even though they're down 8 with 3 minutes left.
Tudis, bounce pass inside. Forsterling, her shot blocked, but a foul called on Latine.
Boy, Latine blocking another one. Of course, she won't get a block. You don't get credit for a block on a foul like that, do you? But she's been a presence in there and made it tough for North.
2:55 to go. Time becoming precious. And big free throws for Forsterling.
Only the 15th fall on Fond du Lac.
First one no good. Dudley had a quick rest, now back into the ball game for the Cardinals.
You know, one other difference with sitting in that zone defense, North had 10 free throws in the first half. These are the first 2 they've had in the second half.
And both free throws missed. Fond du Lac will get a chance to run some more clock.
Gilgenbach getting around Hayward.
Almost threw it away. Oh, and a takeaway. Tetschlag with the ball for North. Forsling, bounce pass across. Tudis inside quickly to Gardner. Laid it in, but no good.
She made just a dynamite move, Stu, to split the defenders and be able to get the shot off.
And she was then called on the foul underneath her 4th.
All 4 of those fouls coming in the second half.
Dana Churchill comes in for Gardner. 2:32 to play. And Wirtz, who I'm going to suspect is one of their better free throw shooters, although she missed badly on both her attempts in the first half.
Well, she needs to make this one to get the second. North needs to be ready for that long rebound that cost them the ball with, I think it was Dudley on the line.
High arching free throw missed. North with a chance to get closer. Bad pass, and it's fine. That should have been a travel. Should have been a travel. Should have been a travel, but it's called a jump ball. 2 Fond du Lac players, simultaneous possession.
Referee coming over and talking to Fred Forsterling. Freddie likes to get emotionally involved. She rolled from her side or her back.
2 players on the ball at the same time for Fond du Lac. Simultaneous possession, that's a travel.
Oh, I didn't think it was that, Stu. I thought she had the ball and then rolled over with it, trying to protect it. That's a travel also.
Double travel. You got one, I got one, they got none. Good passing by Fond du Lac, and who?
Dudley with another 2.
Dudley. She's got 9.
And North down 10 again.
2-minute mark. Forsling long 3, no good. Tudis inside, no good. Tudis again, kicks it back out. Forsling splits the defense. That rolls out, no good. 3 shots for the Raiders, but no points, and Wirtz controls with 1:40 to play.
And a couple of good looks, too.
Tetschlag steal and scores. And a timeout, Sheboygan North with 1:38 to play.
Full timeout.
We'll take a full time, and we'll be back after this.
There's a new experience around every corner as you discover Wisconsin. Discover Wisconsin like you've never seen before.
There's Andy McKillop.
Nice wave, Andy.
Andy hasn't missed a game yet.
Consecutive streak continues.
He's going for the watch.
I already mentioned Brian. Saw him retrieve a basketball.
Who's in the truck tonight?
Gary Kautzer in the truck. As always, gentlemen, nice job. 98 seconds separate one of these 2 teams from the sectional finals, and right now Fond du Lac with the ball looks to be in pretty good position.
But, what would be real nice is a steal and a basket with a foul and get a 3-point play.
Gilgenbach has handled the pressure well all night long.
She just, you know, the way she dribbles around out there, there just is no pressuring her.
Dudley travels.
She just gets around everything.
1:25 to go. Be a great place for a 3-point shot right here, Marty.
Yep, I mentioned that before.
Latine returns to the lineup for Fond du Lac.
Robbie Springborn on the boys' side and Gilgenbach on the girls' side. A couple of real good guard.
Meredith the force link, kicks it. Hayward, long three, in and out. Rebound inside, Tetchlog.
Wow. A lot of contact in there, nothing called.
And a jump ball.
Well,
North with the possession arrow, they'll keep the basketball.
Latine's going to get credit for another block, but I thought she got a lot of arm of Tetchlog.
Churchill will bring it in. Forsterling scores, but I think they'll wave off the basket. And they'll call a foul on Sen. So instead of 2 and a free throw, and no bonus for Fond du Lac either. So the Raiders get it out underneath. Forsterling fouled, no call. And Sen with the rebound for Fond du Lac, and it's North ball. 59.9 seconds left.
There's a chance, not a great deal, but North has to get some hoops.
They need a score on this possession. Forsterling for 3, short.
Knocked out of, yeah,
Churchill knocked it out of bounds, so with 55.5 seconds, it's again Fond du Lac ball. Dudley will come back for Fond du Lac. That was a crucial possession right there.
Well, they've had those all second halves to, get the ball and just can't seem to get any points. As you get down under a minute, down 8, you're right. They got to score on each possession.
Here commits a foul, and so Wirtz will get a bonus free throw attempt. Wirtz leads all scorers with 14 tonight. But my vote for player of the game would be Dudley.
Oh, mine would be Gilgenbach. She's done it both halves, Stu, with her defense and her passing, and even got a couple of points this half. Six for the game.
My vote counts too, though, so you're overruled.
Yeah, but my vote is right.
Gardner returns. .5 seconds to go. Wirtz with another free throw. And got them both. Back to a 10-point game. 16 for Wirtz.
Equals their largest lead of the game.
Here to Tetchlog. She'll step back for a 3. That's no good. Forsterling scores and is fouled.
It might be too little too late, however.
First points of the night for Meredith, and she'll have a chance to add a free throw with 43.7 to go.
Missed a couple free throws earlier. Let's see if she can knock this one in.
And does. 3-point play. It's a 7-point game. Forsterling's first points of the night.
Got a foul, got a foul, got a foul.
And the foul called on Bridget Lambrecht. 41.1 seconds left.
I got to try and lengthen the game by fouling when they have the ball and having a quick offense when you have the ball.
Gilgenbach with a bonus free throw attempt. It'll be 2 shots for Fondy after this one. From this point on.
Gilgenbach's first trip to the line.
In and out. Rebound Gardner. North has to hurry. Hare. No good. One shot and done, and another foul called on North. It'll be 2 free throws coming for Fond du Lac. I don't know what the final stats will say, but I can't imagine North has shot any better than 25% tonight on the game.
Oh, I think you're absolutely right. They, it really hurt them too throughout the course of the game, as they had numerous times where they had bunny shots under pressure, granted, but they just couldn't get them in.
Another missed free throw for Fond du Lac.
They've hit 2 out of 6 so far in the 4th quarter.
Kendra Seidel, second attempt. Got that one. Very little rotation on that ball, Marty. Seidel's first point. Under 30 seconds. Lambrecht to Forsterling. And the ball knocked away by Gilgenbach. 22 seconds to go. And a foul called on Lambrecht.
Well, Gilgenbach doing the right thing, not forcing the action. Just pull it back out and wait for him to foul you.
So it looks like the storybook season for Sheboygan North will come to an end without a happy ending tonight. 18.5 seconds to go, and Coach Runnis is going to clear the bench as Gilgenbach nets her first free throw. Bunch of new names coming to the game. Krista Vriki, number 52. Andrea Liebelt, number 50 in. Number 24, Sammy Kopetsky. And number 10, Kyla Gusky. Raiders will finish 20-2 on the season. And Gilgenbach hit both free throws. Back to a 10-point lead. Gusky take the 15-footer and scores.
Nice shot by Kayla.
And with 10 seconds to go, North will burn a timeout.
Gusky's a former Lincoln Erdman student.
I'm sure there'll be a lot of tears after this one, Marty, but these kids have had an unbelievable year and a pretty darn bright future ahead of them.
Definitely right on both counts, too. They've had a wonderful season. They'll finish out at 20-2, probably the finest record North has ever had. And with all these young players, I believe it's only 2 seniors on the lineup, on the roster, I mean. They'll be looking forward to next year for sure.
And will, assuming they make, as they get into tournament play next year, a lot of valuable experience being gained. And we had talked about that before the pregame, that, you know, Fond du Lac came into this with a lot more tournament experience than the Raiders. And I think it showed, especially early.
For sure. Definitely right there.
And there's the final seconds ticking off the clock. Fond du Lac Cardinals advance to the sectional final tomorrow night with a 45-37 win over Sheboygan North. We'll be back to tally the final scoring right after this.
Get a job.
Look, it's a giraffe.
I don't see it.
The less art kids get, the more it shows. Are yours getting enough? Art. Ask for more. AmericansForTheArts.org.
Start hallucinating after 3 days. Start scratching yourself so bad that you'll develop scabs on your arms. Your teeth will fall out, your eyes will turn yellow. You'll develop liver problems, but you'll regret it. You'll end up in jail, you'll end up in rehab, or you'll end up dead. And there ain't nothing else to say about it.
If you or a member of your family has been injured in an accident, you need tough, experienced trial lawyers fighting for your rights. There's no need to look outside Sheboygan County for legal representation, especially when you have tough, experienced trial lawyers right in your own community. Since 1945, the attorneys of Dillman, Holbrook, Wirtz, Roth, and Bassler have established a reputation for fighting hard and winning for accident victims and their families in Sheboygan County. Why take chances elsewhere? Call them and let them take on the big insurance companies for you and your family.
Not long ago, Albert couldn't take long walks. He was diagnosed with a bad heart. After considering all the treatment options, his heart specialist recommended a pacemaker instead of putting him to sleep. Get the facts about animal research.
There's a new experience around every corner as you discover Wisconsin. Discover Wisconsin like you've never seen before.
We're back here at Port Washington.
You're taking over play-by-play now?
Yeah. But you can take it right back if you want.
You must be getting ready for tomorrow's action.
Yeah, I'll be the.
Who are you?
Mike
Martin.
Martin.
You're the guru. You're the guru. I'm Stu Hoffensberger. This is the guru, Mike Martin. And tonight, a fantastic season comes to an end for the Sheboygan North girls as they go down to defeat at the hands of the Fond du Lac Cardinals. The final tonight, 45-37. And Marty, North just never seemed to really get in sync tonight. And I don't know, probably more to do with the Fond du Lac defense than anything.
I thought even in the first half when they held the lead at halftime, they just didn't have a real good flow. They turned the ball over quite a bit, but they were able to manage the defense and continue to keep the lead. In the second half, when Fond du Lac went to that zone defense, North just had a whale of a hard time. They had trouble getting the ball inside. They had trouble making shots. They didn't really take many outside shots even when they were there, and just spelled a real bad second half to the tune of 2 points in the third. They did outscore them in the fourth, but really didn't make a difference. They weren't able to dent the lead enough to really challenge Fond du Lac. I think the closest they got was 6, and Fond du Lac came right back and jumped it back up to 8.
Fond du Lac scored the last 11 points of the third quarter as North went almost 7.5 minutes without a score at the end of that quarter, and I thought almost as bad as the fact that they went down 10 was that three-point play right at the end of the quarter, and that really seemed to set the tone for the fourth.
Well, they're only down 7. It's not real terrible, but you're right. And the girl missed a free throw, and they got it back, and all of a sudden, she popped one in there and got fouled. And you're right, real bad tone, the way to start. In essence, to start the fourth quarter after a three-point play, and coming into the fourth quarter, Fond du Lac had the ball again.
But we always should leave things with a positive note and comment. I mean, this is a team that wasn't expected to do much this year, not coming from much of a winning tradition over the last 5 to 8 years, and wow, did they set the league on fire.
I think people in Sheboygan that knew girls basketball expected them to do something, but they certainly didn't expect them to be 20-2 and win the conference. That was totally unexpected, but they have a lot of real good athletes, and they're a young team. We mentioned that towards the end of the broadcast. They're going to be a power to be reckoned with next year and for the next few years, and hopefully this kind of winning will promote more girls getting into basketball and keep that generation going and keep the program going into a high level.
Anna Wirtz led all scorers tonight with 16 points for Fond du Lac. Dudley, who I thought was the MVP of the game, had 9, and Gilgenbach, who Marty thought was the MVP of the game, had 8.
It was Gilgenbach.
Also Sen with 4, Gazer 5, Henslin 2, and Seidel with 1. It adds up to 45 points for the Cardinals, who are now 16-7, and they'll take on the winner of the Oshkosh West Hortonville game tomorrow in West Bend for the sectional championship.
Stu, can I throw something in there? Because,
no, you can't, Marty.
Because you were mentioning, Dudley and Gilgenbach, and then they got the high score, and you're talking 3 different girls could have been player of the game. What does that tell you?
Tells me that we didn't vote for Wirtz, so she wasn't.
But I'm just saying, till North had their hands full tonight.
Definitely did. For Sheboygan North, it was Kayla Tetchlog leading the way. She had 8 points as no Raider hit double figures. Whitney Hare and Genevieve Gerdner each had 6. It was Nicole Getch with a basket. Laura Hayward scored 5, all those points in the first half. Meredith Forsling with 3. Kayla Gusky scored near the end of the ball game with a basket. Shelby Churchill with 3. And Dana Churchill with 2. It adds up for 37 for North. But again, a great year for Susie Runnis and her team. And congratulations to all the girls that were playing basketball in Sheboygan this year. We enjoyed doing the couple of North-South games that we got to do and look forward to more next year. It'll be regionals tomorrow with Sheboygan North and Sheboygan South. The guru will be with Chris Wright for that one. And again, our crew, as always, a fantastic job. I'm going to stop talking because Brian's getting a little shaky on the camera. So for the rest of our crew and the guru, I'm Stu Hoffensberger. Thanks, everyone, for joining us, and so long from Port Washington.